Moving on, ladies. So the Ramchal says, also we can understand that just by learning about our soul. And he says, if the sole purpose of our existence would have been here in this world, we wouldn't have needed such a great soul like the one that we were given. And to understand that, we're going to learn a little bit of Kabbalah. What is Kabbalah? There are levels of learning. Every single pasuk in the Torah, you can understand it somewhere, like in a flat way of understanding, and then you can go a little deeper, and a little deeper, and a little deeper, and a little deeper. Kabbalah is like as the deepest that it gets. Basically, it's like the hidden Torah, it's the hidden knowledge of Judaism that teaches us all the secret things, how the world was created, how the spiritual worlds are built, and so on and so forth. These are things that we don't usually learn. Very, very gradually, very, very slowly, we start with the basic things. But sometimes we're going to deepen there. So the Kabbalah wants to give us kind of like a way to understand what Hashem created. What are the things that Hashem created, or where are we compared to them, or how great are they? And they want us to understand a little bit of like the ratio, like to tell us, try to understand, or understand how much you're not able to understand all that there is. So he says, basically, think of this world. We have our world, and then there are galaxies and planets, and it goes on and so forth. And the entire outer space is something that we can't comprehend. It's something that is enormous. And this is the world that we know. This is what we know. But he says, basically, everything. If you put everything together, all the galaxies, all that there is, all the materialistic world that we know, if you take one angel, he's greater than all of it together. And that's, in a way, it's hard to understand, because we think of angels like we think of what we saw in like movies. You see like a little person with wings, and this is what we think of when we think of angels. But they say, no, you want to understand what are the spiritual worlds. So one angel is greater than all that there is in our dimension, in all the galaxies, everything. One angel is greater than that. So they want us to understand, just understand it's impossible to count how many angels there are and how many spiritual worlds there are. So even just learning about the outer space and understanding how great that is something that people can't even comprehend. But just realize that the spiritual worlds are beyond understanding, beyond words, beyond everything. And then Ramchal says, you know that one soul is greater than an angel, which means the souls that we were given, every single soul is greater than the angels. So just understand how great your soul is. And it's something that we can't even imagine. Because if you're saying, if one soul is greater than the entire universe, so how does it fit into this small body? And how come in this tiny world that is a tiny piece from the entire universe, how can it have millions of souls? How do they fit in? So, two answers to that. First of all, they don't. If you really go to Kabbalah, so the soul doesn't really fit inside the body, it surrounds the body, it's like a complicated thing. But also he says, well, the answer is, if there is a creator that created the entire universe and created all these angels and all these souls and all these spiritual worlds, he can do everything. And he can make these unbelievable souls fit into these tiny bodies. And that is the answer. We don't understand how and why, but our souls, who we are, is greater than the entire universe. Okay? Oh, it's already getting so long just explaining that. So maybe I'll even have to divide it to another video. Okay, so, okay, I think that's enough for now. I think we had enough. But just understanding how great the soul is, how great we are, how much we underestimate ourselves, and we plan our lives, and we prioritize our life goals according to who we think we are, but we have no understanding of who we are and what we are and how much more we can demand of ourselves. That's one thing that we can understand from that. But also, I think this is it. This is what I would like us to take from this video. First of all, understanding how things are built and who we are and what we are, and then understanding that this is who we are and we're that great, and we can achieve so much more, and we should aim to so much more. That is it for now. Good evening.